How did you react to the call by the federal government to ensure that the Niger Delta is completely wiped of oil theft? And we always talk about the cabals and the political will of the federal government to ensure that whatever order they give will be followed to the latter. But along the way, orders have not been hearkened to. But the question I want to ask you is, most of the demands from the Niger Delta agitators have been, looked into and have been given to them. Niger Delta, the NDDC, 13% reward. Why don't they ask questions within themselves? Ask their own governors questions that all this money you're getting from the federal government, why is it not reaching us? Why are the people still agitating?
Thank you. If you had read what the CDS meeting in its entity, you would have seen a lot. This is not about a Niger Delta agitation or anything like that. I think a lot of the people who get into this oil theft discussion have not stayed in the Niger Delta. They don't even know how it works. And I'll give you a classic case. Has anybody asked why the price of diesel suddenly went up after NNPC made a very bold decision? The last administration, very bold decision to fight this oil theft. Before then, the price of the diesel was low. Now the price of diesel is high. Did it occur to you that a lot of the fuel stations selling diesel to you across the nation do patronize these illegal refineries? Is it an agitation problem? It is not an agitation problem. It is a demand problem for energy. That is number one. Number two, I want you to go and audit the given to people, even by the IOCs, to supply them diesel. You will be shocked what you will see. We have arrested ships that are even supplying the IOCs with illegally refined AGO. How dare you give me a contract, come and supply you AGO at 850 naira when actually the street value is now 1,500 naira? Has anybody asked that question? Be bigger than a state. Who could ever be bigger than a government? I don't think there is anybody bigger than a government. If you had listened carefully and read the entire statement that the CDS, and I'll continue to respect the CDS, is the first person of such high-ranking standing to come out and tell you, and tell his military also, that this must stop. The video is there on YouTube. Go and check it. So who are the people aiding the communities that are always being accused of oil theft? Will the communities sell oil to you if you don't want to buy? I don't think so. This is a demand and supply problem. So if you're going to fight this oil theft, you must also fight the demand and also fight the supply. So let us not skate around blaming militants or blaming this person or blaming that person. It is not the militants that come to platforms in the ocean. There's no community there. They tie to platform and steal oil and go. So how come? Is anybody thinking? Is anybody wide at all of how things work? Now the community, whereby in some places I can tell you grass is not going to grow for 100 years. Grass is not going to grow for 100 years, and you expect them to plant food. They live in situations where go early up, they are dead. They are dead. There's nowhere for them to go. And you have people like myself who live in good civilization looking for cheap diesel to buy so that I can have 24 hours electricity. So how can we go and blame people for agitating or not agitating? Agitation is not the problem. You have a lot of people supporting this oil theft, whom a lot of people are scared to mention. Let us say so. Everybody is participating in this game, from the IOCs to name it. Anybody and everybody is in it. So, and the government has made a very, very bold step to say that, look, we're not going to take rubbish from anybody again. Anyone caught in this act is definitely going to go for it. And that is a very, very bold one. So it is not got to do with agitation. Let the agitation thing be out of people's minds. Let us do the nitty of this whole thing. We are in the forefront of this. I am in the creeks all the time. I see a lot of things that are happening. You have ships being escorted, people that have the keys to protect this nation's wealth. So is that a communal problem? It is not a community problem. So please let us disabuse the minds that this is a community problem. It is not a community problem. It is a demand and supply problem. There is hardly a fuel station, as I said, nationwide that has not got refined diesel being sold. So these are my words, and let me give floor to others to contribute. Thank you.